Hello my friends, welcome to a new reading. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you click on it is when you're meant to find it. We're gonna go over what is changing in regards to your finances over the next few months. I have 3 piles here for you to choose from. The first pile has this key, and we'll be using the Out of Hand Tarot. For pile number 1, we have this replica, and we'll be using the Modern Witch Tarot. And for pile number 3, we have this adorable little dragon, and we'll be using the Good Fortune Tarot. So however you want to pick the pile, you can do it by item or by deck. Take some time, whichever pile is calling to you, go for that one. If by chance you are feeling called to more than one pile or even all of the piles, just know that it is my intention for there to be a message for everyone here. Once you have chosen your pile, there will be timestamps down below in the description box to take you right to your reading. So without further ado, let's get into it, starting with pile number 1. Hi, pile number 1, you chose the key as well as the Out of Hand Tarot. So let's get into your reading and see what changes are coming to your finances in the next few months. I'm going to take a minute to shuffle the cards. One more shuffle. All right. Pile number 1, what changes are coming to your finances in the next few months? Let's see. We've got the World. Okay, first card out is the World, which is about completion, coming to fruition, the ending of a cycle, the beginning of a new one. All right, let's see what that means for you, pile number 1. We've got the King of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, we've got the 5 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Let's start here, and then we'll pull more cards if we need to. So a couple of messages I'm getting right off the bat. First is some of you will be stepping into a leadership role at your current, in your current career or job, or you will be moving into some type of leadership role, whether that's a new job you're getting, a promotion you're getting at your current job. I see some of you getting a promotion, which obviously can lead to changes in your finances. I also see some of you going back to school to improve a skill or to attain a skill that you need in your new career, whether it's like a complete shift in fields that you're heading into, or just either like brushing up on some skills that you need or getting some type of certification. I'm hearing renewal, maybe a renewal in a certification or a new certification in order to maybe go for or apply for something new or go in a direction that you've wanted to go in career-wise. Okay, so some of you stepping into a leadership position, some of you improving your skills, getting new skills, going back to school, getting a certification, things like that. For some of you, I'm also seeing, okay, back to the landing a promotion. I'm seeing that if this is a promotion for some of you, there is a lot of people who are up for this same promotion. But I see you beating the odds is what I'm hearing. I'm seeing you getting the position. I'm seeing you beating out the competition, if that makes sense. For some of you, so this is very like career focused so far is what I'm getting. This is a lot of you stepping into new roles at work or stepping into new positions or changing jobs entirely, which is leading to changes in finances for the better. However, or getting a promotion in your current job. However, there are some of you watching who are stepping into not necessarily a new job, but for some of you, it could definitely be a new job. For some of you, I'm seeing something more independent. So I'm seeing you possibly starting a business. I'm seeing you finding a new opportunity when it comes to making money. So this could be a side hustle. This could be just a new side project. This could be maybe you started doing content creation. You're starting to see some income from that. So this is more of like a side project that I'm seeing. This could definitely be you, like you're stepping into this new phase in your career, but you also have this side hustle going on. But for most of you, I see this being a very new opportunity, that you're finding as far as making money. Let's see what else we have. Oh, got two there. All right, let's see what we've got. We've got the Seven of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so I see that a lot of you are who are maybe have a full-time job and then a side hustle, a side business on the side. You're finding it very hard to balance your time when it comes to all of these things that you have going on. I see you have a lot on your plate. And maybe you have a lot of ideas with the Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups here. I see some of you having a lot of different ideas as far as what you want to do to bring in or to earn extra money. So there might be a lot of different, I'm hearing multi-passionate. So you might be someone who's multi-passionate. You might have several different interests and hobbies and ways of bringing in income that you are thinking about and you're not sure which to go with. I see you maybe feeling like you don't have time. So back to this, for anyone who is getting a promotion at work, and that promotion is now going to come with more responsibilities, more time having to be put into your job, and now you're worried about abandoning maybe a side project or a side hustle. It looks like there is something coming in to change that. So let's get more information on that. If you are worried about not having enough time to pursue all of the things you want to pursue because of work, what is coming in for pile number 2 to help balance that? Okay. We've got the Queen of Swords. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Fool. Okay, so for some of you, I see there's a couple of different messages here. So I'll go with the first one. The first one is that for those of you who have been in a job for a while and you've been working on a side hustle for a while, I see this, the next few months, being the time where you're going to start to see your hard work paid off. You're going to start to see the rewards coming in from, this is from your side business, your side hustle, whatever that may be. It's going to start picking up. There's going to be a choice, a decision that you'll have to make about whether or not you can make this work long-term or full-time. So this might be a case where you have been working on this side hustle for a while, this side business, but you have your full-time job. But at this point, things are starting to pick up and it looks really good, but you're a little bit scared to pursue it more, or you don't have the time to pursue it more. This side business is something that's going to be successful and that you should prioritize and put more time in, possibly even taking the risk of quitting your full-time job, or maybe going part-time if that's a possibility, going partially remote if that's an option, so that you can focus more on this side business, because this is something that is, I see it taking off. I see you getting a lot of sales. If it's something to do with sales, I'm seeing just a lot of attention on this side hustle, this side business that you're working on. Okay, that's the first message. The second message is that some of you have been planting seeds, metaphorically, in an area that is maybe opposite to or separate from your current job. So for those of you that are getting that promotion and things are, you know, finances are looking better because of this promotion at your current job, there is something else that is going to be bringing you in income that it may have been, what I'm hearing is something that you forgot about. So you invested in something. So this could be some type of actual investment, or this could be you had money in a bank account that you forgot about. This could be a 401k from another job that you forgot about. This could be so many different things. I don't want to keep speculating, but there's definitely going to be additional income coming in within the next few months from something that you forgot about. So that is for one group of people. So things are going to start looking really good for you here, because you're stepping into this new role at work. Maybe you're working on a skill, developing a skill. You're bringing in more income because of this new role at your work, but then you also have this unexpected money come in as well, which is really great. And then for those of you who have this passionate sort of side career, side business, this is something that is going to, or has the potential to, turn into a full-time career. So this is something that you're going to have to start thinking about whether you want to put more time and energy into. So for pile number 1, what's changing in your finances over the next few months is definitely a lot of positive things. Promotion for some of you, developing your skills so that I just heard you able to charge more for a service or product, because you've developed your skills. You're able to improve the product or service in some way, and so now you're able to charge more for it. That's for someone specific. Yeah, but I see you making positive changes and improvements. Oh, we just had the Wheel of Fortune pop out as well. I see you making positive changes and improvements, whether that is a promotion at work, a change in your current skill set so that you can get a better position, or if you have your own business, you're improving a product or service. All of these things are definitely adding up to more abundance, more financial success in your life. And then the Wheel of Fortune happened to fall out of the deck just as I was holding it here. And the Wheel of Fortune just kind of fell out. And this is making me think again of if you are the person who has this side business, this side hustle, Spirit is really wanting you to take that. This may not be the direction you thought your life would take. You may have a very stable job currently, and you think that whatever side hustle or side business this isn't stable enough. It isn't something to pursue full time. Spirit is saying to maybe just give it a shot. Maybe give it a shot. Maybe put more time and effort into that thing. And it could very well surprise you and be the direction that your business, your career is actually heading in. For a lot of you for a few of you watching, I should say, I do see that you are making big career shifts and changes. So whether like I'm seeing a promotion, so for some of you that's true, but I'm also seeing like a complete shift in fields, a complete change in career. So you guys are branching out and maybe doing what I'm hearing or feeling with this energy is kind of like the opposite of what you've been doing. I don't know exactly how that would apply to each individual person watching, but it feels very opposing is kind of the word that wants to come out, but that's not how I feel it. It's very different. So a lot of you are moving from a very different field. This is like moving from the fashion scene, working in fashion, to working in food. You know, it's just like a very different sort of field that seems a bit of a jump, but makes sense for where you are headed in the future. All right, I just want to see if there's anything else pile number one needs to know. What else for pile number one? What is changing in their finances? All right, we've got the Seven of Swords. Okay. Seven of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, I see you being very strategic in planning for the future. I think that a lot of you are going to be sitting down sometime soon and really planning out and strategizing your future. Because for a lot of you, you're realizing that you're not maybe in the right place career-wise. You're realizing that you're not happy currently where you are. And again, a lot of you are thinking about changing fields completely. We have the Tower at the bottom of the deck, which is very interesting. So there's about to be a shakeup for some of you. I see you moving in a completely different or opposite direction to where you thought you were headed when this year started, is what I'm hearing. So at the start of 2026, or at the start of whatever year you're watching this, you might have thought, yeah, this is the plan. These are my resolutions for the future. And then now that we're here, wherever you're at, you're seeing that you are heading in a completely different. I keep hearing opposite direction. So that's very interesting. I also see a lot of you trying to strategize about how this business, how this passion project, how this side project could work for you. This Queen of Pentacles card here is really making me think of a type of independence when it comes to your work. So this is definitely starting a new business. This is textiles. This is making something with your hands, but this is very hands-on, not necessarily literally, although it could also be literally. Maybe you have a business selling handmade products, but I think it's more hands-on in the way that this belongs to just you. You're stepping out with the Fool here independently. So maybe you're taking what you've learned from this job that you've worked at and you're starting a consulting business, right? On the side. Maybe you're making courses. Maybe you are taking your skills. I see you taking your skills that you've mastered, or developing new skills and selling those skills in some way. So like I said, this could be courses. This could be some type of educational content. This could be social media. This could be just, I'm getting consulting quite a lot. So this is you sharing your skills and your knowledge with other people so that they can do the thing. So I'm seeing that for quite a lot of you. But I see you just like sitting down with a notebook or like a tablet or something and really strategizing over the next couple weeks, next month even. Just trying to see, is this something that can last? Is this something that can go the distance? If I like put more time and energy into this side project, can I make it my full-time career? Can I make this my full-time job? Can I do this for a living? And I think for a lot of you, the answer is going to be yes, if you actually decide to take that step, right? To take that leap of faith and go all in on yourself. So yeah, this is a lot of great things. And I know this was very career focused, but obviously that is where most of us make our income. So as far as things changing in your finances, it does have a lot to do with your things that are changing in your career over the next 3 months. But I see a lot of good things. I, again, also see outside of the side businesses and careers and promotions, for some of you, I definitely see unexpected money coming in as well. Unexpected money from something that you invested in and forgot about. Okay? This could be something as simple as, oh, I lent a friend $100 a year ago and forgot about it, and now they're paying you back that $100 out of nowhere, and you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot that I even lent that to you. Thank you so much. So I'm seeing it doesn't have to be a huge amount. For some of you, it could very well be. I'm seeing maybe a small amount of money that grew over time. So it might have been an account that you forgot about. But yeah, definitely seeing that as far as changes in finances. So pile number 1, that is your reading. That's what I have for you today. If this resonated, I would love to hear about it. Talk to me down in the comments, as well as leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future readings from me. But that is going to be it for this reading, and I will see you soon in a new one. Bye! Hello, pile number 2. You chose this replica pendant. Let me know in the comments if you know where this is from. And the Modern Witch Tarot. So let us do a little shuffle and then we will find out what is changing in your finances over the next few months. All right. Let's see. Pile number 2. What is changing in their finances? Ooh. Okay. First cards out, we have the 9 of Cups. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. The 9 of Cups is a wish fulfillment card. It is a wish come true. It's kind of like the genie card in the tarot. It's what have you wished for? Here it is, type of energy. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight of the tarot. Very methodical, very sticking to a plan, slow but steady, consistent. Very interesting. Let's see what else we get for pile number 2. Okay, we had Death fall on the floor. We've got the Devil. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Pile number 1 got Wheel of Fortune as well. Okay. Your pile is very interesting. It's kind of having these opposing type energies. We have this message of what you want, what you've been desiring is coming to you. If you continue to make that consistent, slow progress towards your goals. But then we have Death show up, seemingly out of nowhere. Death is here, and it's like there's now an ending to everything that you thought was right before. We have the Devil here, which can be this energy of temptation. And I feel like talking about our finances, this is the most likely meaning of the Devil card being here right now. It's that temptation. It's continuing to put ourselves in a negative situation because of the need for things, our desires, overspending, things like that. So, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Very interesting energy here. It's just kind of all over the place. But pile number 2, you may be someone who has a problem budgeting. And if that's the case, I see that you have a lot of issues with overspending, or you have in the past. Either this is a time for that to end, or there is an opportunity here. This is either a warning or an opportunity. So let's start with the warning. This is a warning. If this is a warning, this is telling you to start to rein in your spending. Okay, this is the time to focus on creating a budget for yourself. Nothing that is too restrictive, but just enough to keep you in a place of steady consistency, right? We want consistency right now. I think pile number 2 is what we want, is consistency. So maybe it's time to rein in your spending. That is just a little warning for some. Outside of that, the warning, there is also an opportunity here. So there's an opportunity that if you can get your finances under control, and if you can learn to budget, and if you can control your spending, then we see good things on the horizon for your finances in the future. And you may be at a time where So there's a lot of, I think there's a couple different messages here. So one is you are either at a time of lack in finances, or you're at a time of I'm making more money than I've ever made before, which can be true for a lot of us, but for you, I should say that can be true for you, that you're at a time of making more money than you have in the past. However, with the way the economy is right now, we see prices going up on everything. So just because you're making more money than you ever have before doesn't mean that you should be spending more money than you ever have before, right? So I think it's just time to take a look at your finances. Sometimes the best thing that you can do for your finances is to be aware of them. There's a lot of times where we have a lot of fear around our finances and we don't take the time to look at all of the numbers. So really what I'm getting here is get a clear picture of your finances. Figure out how much money you're in debt. Figure out how much money you're spending every month. Start making a log of your expenses. Really start looking into your finances. Be serious about it. Be consistent about it. See where you can start reining in your spending. Are you buying coffee every single day when you could be making coffee at home? Things like that, right? It could be something so simple. And just because you're making more money now than you ever had in the past does not mean, again, that you should be spending all of it, right? Okay. It's a very fine balance because you don't want to put this restrictiveness on yourself and make yourself feel like, oh, I can't spend any money. I can't spend any money. I have to, there's a difference between being frugal and being miserly, right? There's a difference between spending all the money and treating yourself every once in a while, right? So really what this pile needs is balance. I believe that you guys really need balance when it comes to your finances. Let's get a little bit more information for you, okay? Pile number 2. Pile number 2, what is changing in your finances? Thank you so much. And the Tower. Okay. We have the Tower. What else? Pile number 2. We've got King of Swords. We've got Four of Wands. 2 more cards, please. 2 more for pile number 2. Thank you so much. We've got the Sun. 1 more card for pile number 2. What is changing? And the Ten of Cups. Okay. I want to say that this is a little side message. Collectively, so regardless of what pile you chose, collectively there's going to be big changes for all of us. I think it doesn't take a psychic to make that determination. This is things that we're seeing in the world right now with the wars going on, with the changes in the economy, with fuel prices going up, food prices going up. There's a huge shift and change in the way that we approach money and things, right, this year. So there is this big shakeup here. Pile number 1 also got the Tower card. But we have good things coming as well. Okay, we have good things on the horizon. We've got the King of Swords, the Four of Wands, the Sun, the Ten of Cups. I'm trying really hard to kind of rein in the reading because right now the messages that I'm getting are very global prediction based and that are something that I'm not quite comfortable sharing yet is predictions for worldwide predictions, nationwide predictions. But I am seeing that affecting this pile in particular in a positive way. So this King of Swords is really giving me new policies, new laws type thing. So there's going to be something that's going to be beneficial for you, pile number 2, that is very much on a large collective scale, that is to do with new laws and policies. Now, this doesn't have to necessarily be in your country or state, right? This could very well be at your job. There's a change in policy, and now, like for instance, the job that I'm currently at, we recently had a change in our compensation policy, and so now people in my position and above are starting to get bonuses, right? So, which is something we didn't have before. So I see something like that, where there's going to be some kind of policy or law change that is going to be very beneficial for you when it comes to your finances. This is something that's going to make you very happy. This is possibly something that's going to set you up for the future very well. But I still see that paying attention to your to your spending is something that you need to do, pile number 2. But we do have just like this collective shakeup that is coming for everyone. But for you, whatever this new policy is, it's going to be very beneficial to your finances. So I see this happening with over the next few months. I would say the spring season, spring late into early summer for sure, for most of you, are going to benefit from some kind of policy change. That is what I'm getting, pile number 2. Let's see if we have anything else for you, okay? Okay, very, very specific message here, but I know it must be for someone. If you find yourself up late at night and you're scrolling on your phone, and you tend to be someone who purchases things late at night, stop doing that. For one thing, stop doing that. I think when it comes to like paying attention to your spending, this is something that's coming up quite a bit, is that you spend money when you're bored. Okay, so this could be late night scrolling and buying things online, or this could just be, I'm gonna go to the bookstore today because I don't really have anything else to do, or I'm gonna go to the plant store, the nursery today. Not that I need anything, but I'm just gonna look, and then just looking turns into $300 later. So just a very specific random message for someone is the best way to start cutting out some of this excessive spending, is to stop allowing yourself to spend money while bored. Does that make sense? We also have the 8 of Swords here. So this is definitely something that's holding you back from achieving something that you want to achieve in your finances. It's the overspending. You are kind of limiting yourself in what you can accomplish, what you can achieve. You might be someone who wants to save for a particular thing, and you find that like every time you put money in savings, you end up taking it out because you're excessively spending. So Spirit just wants to call attention to the overspending thing, because it definitely is an issue with this pile. Let's see if we have anything else. I'd like to know more about this possible like policy or law change that is going to affect your finances. Can we know anything more about that, please? Pile number 2, Spirit. Got the Empress. Judgment. Three of Wands. Okay. Not getting any more information about what this is about specifically, but the end result is definitely growth. It's growth, it's expansion, it is allowing you to have a certain level of luxury that you haven't in the past. And again, don't take that and then go on a ridiculous shopping spree, right? But take that and invest it in your future, okay? Take it and think about your family, your legacy. Think about helping you out in the future. Think about your retirement. So try to be smart with this money. For some of you, I see this as being very sizable, but this is a time to be incredibly smart with what is coming in for you, and not to overspend, not to keep yourself in the same situation or repeating a cycle unnecessarily. Definitely learn to be more mature, more grounded when it comes to your finances, so that when this does come in for you, you'll know how to use it wisely, right? You'll know how much, okay, I need to invest this much into this thing, and then this I'm putting in a savings account for this. Okay, I now have this amount that I can use as a down payment on this house, or whatever it is, right? Whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish in your life. And maybe now is the time to start thinking about what the things are that you want to accomplish in your life, okay? I feel like some of you watching this might be a little bit younger. If that's the case, now is the time to stop overspending and to start thinking about your future, okay? So very big, very large emphasis on paying attention to your finances, paying attention to where you're leaking money, right? Where you're overspending, not allowing yourself to just spend money when you're bored, or when your friends are like, hey, let's go do this thing. And you're like, okay. And you end up spending $100 at a time, right? But also keep in mind that you do have something coming in for you that is very beneficial, that is going to be very beneficial. And now is the time to start practicing care with your money, so that when this thing does come in for you, you will have the ability to know exactly what to do with it, right? You will not have this fear of, oh my God, this is more money than I've ever carried before. I'm going to blow it. I don't want to waste it all. So now is the time. Make sure that you are figuring out how to, learning about your finances, maybe picking up some books on budgeting, maybe picking up some books on personal finance, just so you can have a better idea of how to manage your money, because I think that's something that's very much lacking for you, pile number 2, is not knowing how to manage your finances. So get to know your finances, get to know yourself and your spending habits, especially once you start writing down everything that you're spending money on, you will start to see patterns. You will start to understand exactly where your money's going, why you're spending money on certain things, and how you can cut back. But it's very important to really educate yourself on money management and your finances, so that when you have this almost gift come in for you, you can feel really secure and really proud of how you've managed that money so far. Okay, pile number 2, that is what I have for you today. That is what's changing in your finances over the next few months. If this resonated, please talk to me down in the comments. I love to hear if it did. Also give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any future readings from me. But that is going to be it for today's reading, and I will see you next time for a new one. Okay, bye. Hello, pile number 3. You chose this adorable dragon. and the Good Fortune Tarot. So let's do a little shuffle and then we will get into your reading, all about what changes are coming to your finances over the next few months. There's one. Two, and one more shuffle. All right, let's get into your reading. Pile number 3, what is changing in their finances? Okay, we've got the 6 of Pentacles that fell on the floor. We've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Right off the bat, I see growth. I see development in your finances. So your finances are growing over the next 3 months. We have the 6 of Pentacles here, so that is giving and receiving. It's this reciprocity. Okay. So a more even flow in what you spend versus what's coming in is what I'm hearing. Okay. All the cards are falling on the floor. Let's see. We've got the Sun. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. And we've got the High Priestess. I'm laughing because both piles number 1 and 2 got the Wheel of Fortune. Which is, so, I mean, that's really good. You know, the funny thing is that the Wheel of Fortune is actually the energy of 2026. So for that to come up in all 3 readings, and it's been coming up so often lately in a lot of my readings, makes a lot of sense, right? This is the year of fortune favoring the bold. It's the year of the fire horse. It's about making specific changes. Not even specific changes is what I'm hearing. Sorry, it's making changes, any changes in your life, and seeing how that affects your luck, your fortune, your destiny, I'm hearing. Right? Because destiny is something we choose. This reciprocity, this 6 of Pentacles here is very much give what you're hoping to receive. So I'm definitely seeing this theme for you, pile number 3, of focusing on your intuition, on letting things grow, of consistency, of slow, steady progress, but of making specific, I keep saying specific changes, which I don't know why I keep saying that, but I see you making changes that are ending up being very beneficial, being very fortuitous, these changes that you're making. So what are these changes that you're making? Knight of Cups, following your heart, following your intuition, Ace of Pentacles, okay, we've got the 6 of Wands, we've got the 4 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. You won't believe this unless you watch every single pile, but I want you to know that there was such similar themes. I've used 3 different decks, and in 3 different decks I've gotten the same card 3 times. 10 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, 6 of Wands. I think maybe only pile number 1 had 6 of Wands. Yeah. Very interesting energy. It's very precise, okay? There seems to be a very similar trend of circumstances in the current collective. So what I'm seeing here is you following through, you offering something. So this offering is not necessarily something you're giving away, but it's something you're giving up. Okay? So maybe this is something like a bad habit that you're finally letting go of this year. Okay? Maybe this is an addiction that you're finally letting go of this year. Maybe this is things, right? Maybe you're cleaning out your closet and you're like, I need to get rid of all these clothes, and you donate all of these clothes, or you sell all of these clothes. What you're actually doing is getting rid of stagnant energy, okay? It's getting rid of any area in your life where you've been stuck. And so now things can now come towards you because you've let go of things that no longer belong and no longer fit. Does that make sense, pile number 3? I see you doing this quite naturally, not even thinking about it, okay? But you are being pulled, drawn, called to, whether you realize it or not, make these changes in your life. And they can be very simple ones. Like I said, it's as simple as cleaning out your closet, letting go of a bad habit, but you're releasing something, which is allowing something else to come in. Again, because we're sat in this very potent energy of 2026, of this being a year of creation with the help of spirit, of your guides, of God, however you identify that other entity that is inside you. This is a year of working with your higher self, with your angels, with source. And every little effort that you put in, you will get back so much more. Okay? Which is what I'm seeing here. This reciprocity is kind of like this divine law of this particular year. Whatever you put in, whatever you let go of, whatever you release, okay, whatever effort you make towards bettering yourself, you will be rewarded for. Okay? Every time you listen to your intuition, every time you let love take the lead, every time you lead with love, every time you love first, okay, you will be rewarded. Every seed that you plant will grow. You have the Ace of Pentacles here, from the Ace of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, that is progress. That's forward movement. That is by design. So you have the Six of Wands here, which is victory, success, recognition. I'm hearing spirit is giving you the recognition for all of the hard work you've put in. Over the past 5-6 years, a lot of us have been through a lot collectively, right? Since 2020. And I feel like all of our efforts, all that we've been through, this is the year where we start to see the reaping of all of that, right? So all of the seeds that we've sown in the previous 5 years are going to come to us now this year. This is the year of the Wheel of Fortune energy. This is the year of divine justice, is what I'm hearing, and guidance, of reciprocity. Very interesting. So the thing that is growing in your, or changing in your finances is growth, right? It is growth, and it is a letting go of old habits. This could be, I don't really see any like issues with overspending. Like we had pile number 2 definitely had that issue. I see you being almost the opposite as far as money is concerned, not overspending, but maybe holding on a little too tightly. So that's something to think about as well. We want to have balance, right? I think balance is something that we all need to pursue this year. I'm seeing collectively a lot of energy of going from one extreme to the other. So maybe you are not someone who overspends, but you are someone who is very hold on to money a little too tightly. We want to see this flow, right? In order for things to come to us, we have to move things along, right? Money, the energy, money is just an energy. And energy, the energy of money is that it likes to be spent, it likes to be circulated, it likes to flow, right? So if you're receiving money, but you're not putting any money out there, then that's also an issue, right? So definitely seek balance when it comes to your finances. Definitely, if you need help, well, I don't think you do. I was going to say if you need help with your finances, with budgeting, things like that. But I see pile number 3, sorry. I see pile number 3 that you are definitely not the kind of person who doesn't know where their money is being spent. You know where your money, you keep very good tabs on your finances, what comes in and what goes out. I definitely see that. I definitely see you being very serious, okay, about your future and what you want to build for yourself, whether that is your retirement, whether that is like starting a family. For a lot of you, it could be starting a family, but I see you taking your finances pretty seriously this year already, because you have goals and you have dreams about what you want for the future. So I definitely see you accomplishing that. But be careful not to hold on too tightly to money. Make sure that you are investing in wise ways. Also continue to let go of things that are no longer serving you. So if that's old furniture, if that's old clothes, if that is, again, like I said, a habit, a negative habit that you want to let go of when it comes to your finances, or a negative habit that seemingly has nothing to do with your finances. It could be something like maybe you have a bit of a coffee addiction and you're spending a lot of money on coffee, and maybe you're releasing the need, that caffeine addiction, right? Maybe it's for some of you, nicotine, maybe it's smoking. Maybe that's something that you need to start releasing and learning to let go of. There's a message here about letting go of negative habits, okay? And not necessarily just when it comes to your finances, but things that seem unrelated to finances, but will actually help bring in this flow and this ease of money, okay? But I'm seeing you being pretty content in where you are right now with your finances, but what the changes that are coming is just kind of being compensated for things that you wouldn't think are okay. This sounds very woo-woo, very out there, but I want you to stay with me, okay? Stay with me. Letting go of these negative habits, or letting go of other things, right? It, like I said, will allow more things to come to you. But I see this almost as the universe is going to be just paying you to achieve your goals. Okay, so say you achieve this goal, you let go of a habit that has been very negative in your life that you've held on to for a very long time. And then all of a sudden you stumble across maybe an item that you've always wanted for your home but have never been able to find, right? Or have never thought you could afford, but then all of a sudden you find one in amazing condition for a lot less money than you thought you would ever spend, right? Or maybe it's literally stumbling across cash. Maybe it's a random bonus at work that you didn't know you were getting, okay? So I see little things like that happening for you, very fortuitous moments where the moment you let go of things that you no longer need, or let go of things that are no longer serving you. This goes for people as well, okay? Just putting that out there. As soon as you let go of relationships, of people, of things that are no longer serving you, you're going to start to see yourself being rewarded in very unusual ways, okay? Very unusual ways. This is very specific, but I see someone cleaning out like a closet or something, and just of things they've had for a long time, and they find this item and they think it's junk, but they take it to like an antique shop and realize that it was worth way more than they thought. Okay, it's things like that. It's things like that I'm seeing. Let's see if there's anything else we need to know. Pile number 3, but this is very good. We've got a lot of growth and a lot of fortuitous events happening to change your finances over the next few months. Oh, the Fool. Okay. The King of Cups. And the Two of Cups. Clarify this Two of Cups, please. Okay. Again, a very specific message for someone, but if you have been in a relationship and you are now, that relationship is now over, you're now ending that relationship, and this is probably a long-term relationship where you were living with and sharing finances with this person, I see you being able to, or if this is someone who is afraid to leave a relationship because of the stability and is worried about losing finances, I'm getting a message that you will be able to live independently on your own without this person. It's going to be hard for a while, but then you're going to absolutely bloom and blossom, because again, once you let go of things that are not working for you, the universe is immediately going to step in and bring you what is more aligned with you, right? As soon as you take that step, and that's what needs to be done on your part. You need to take the step. You need to take the initiative, right? You need to take the leap of faith, and you need to leave that person. You need to walk away from that job. You need to clear out some old items in your home, whatever it is. It could be something so simple like cleaning out a closet, or it could be something that's very, very difficult, like leaving a relationship. And if that's the case, I feel for you. I absolutely know how hard that can be. But even though there will be some hardships at first, you will see the results. You will see positive results. You will see abundance come into your life. You will see success come into your life. Yeah, definitely seeing someone specific needing to walk away from a relationship but worried about finances. And if that's the case, please don't worry. Please don't worry. Spirit is saying that they have got you. That if you do what's best for yourself in this season of life, that you will be supported. Support will come from places that you never thought support would come from, okay? Okay. All right, pile number 3. That is all I have for you. I feel like these were very straight, direct to the point messages for each pile. But as far as what is changing in your finances over the next few months, we definitely have fortuitous events. We definitely have growth and success, so more money coming in. If you take the initiative and get rid of things that no longer serve you. This is literal things and metaphorically as well, right? Okay. So that is all that I have for you today, pile number 3. I hope this resonated. If it did, talk to me down in the comments down below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you never want to miss a future reading from me. That is going to be it for your message today, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.